Good morning. Another hot and humid day is out there, but at least it's the end of the week. It's Friday, July 21st, 2017, and we still have very hot and humid weather conditions in place, with temperatures this morning ranging from the mid to upper 70s over the northern interior, upper 70s to lower 80s along the coast. Notice, though, the winds are from the west and the northwest at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. The dew points, though, remain in the upper 60s to lower 70s, making for a rather soupy day out there. So definitely hot, humid weather conditions remain in place, with a excessive heat warning for the Philadelphia metro, heat advisories from the New York City metro. Just a rough day overall, especially if you're going to the subway. That's just unbearable. On the radar, right now it's pretty much high and dry. Not much really going on. It's pretty much a quiet morning for the most part. And on the infrared satellite picture, notice that the clouds are starting to clear out here. Very, very nicely. Pretty much clear skies over the northern Atlantic. Let's zoom in a little bit. You can see it very, very clearly. Our trough of low pressure is now off or along the coast, and that's a really important indicator here. What basically we're going to be setting up here today is dry weather conditions for the most part. I can't rule out an isolated shower or thunderstorm, especially over the interior, like let's say over eastern Pennsylvania, but 99% of the region is going to remain dry this afternoon. It also is going to remain hot with temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 80s on Long Island, upper 80s to lower 90s along the coast, and lower to mid 90s in the Delaware River Valley. Throw in a dew point in the upper 60s to lower 70s, and you're talking about a heat index once again in the upper 90s to lower 100s. Not comfortable at all. But the good news is that this hot and humid weather pattern is coming to an end. The bad news is that we're going to be dealing with a lot of scattered showers and thunderstorms this weekend before we can get to that point. So let's dive into this forecast. For today, pretty much dry conditions. An isolated thunderstorm is possible, but otherwise scattered cloud cover is expected. Temperatures will range from the mid to upper 80s on Long Island, upper 80s to lower 90s along the immediate coast, and lower to mid 90s everywhere else. For this evening, scattered cloud cover is expected. Look for some fog possibly developing for tomorrow morning and a few isolated showers, lows in the lower 70s. Tomorrow afternoon, that stationary boundary pretty much just kind of wiggles right over the region. And as it's doing so, we're going to see showers and thunderstorms beginning to develop more towards the afternoon and evening hours. As a result, we're going to see a variety of temperatures for high temperatures tomorrow afternoon. To the north of that boundary, look for lower to mid 80s. To the south, upper 80s to lower 90s. So where that boundary sets up is pretty much going to determine where your high temperatures are going to be. By the time you get to Sunday, that boundary really doesn't move all that much. It's pretty much just meandering over the northern Mid-Atlantic, bisecting New Jersey and moving into eastern Pennsylvania. But this boundary could easily be further north or further south depending on the evolution of showers, thunderstorms, and these low pressure systems moving along. Overall, temperatures on Sunday morning will range from the lower to mid 70s for lows, which tells you there's plenty of humidity in the atmosphere, to the north of this cold front boundary. Look for high temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s. To the south, mid to upper 80s. On Monday, that cold front boundary again will linger over the region, but will finally start to drop south by the time you get to Monday afternoon. Look for a continuation for scattered showers and thunderstorms, lows in the lower 70s, highs in the mid to upper 70s to the north of that frontal boundary, and lower to mid 80s to the south of that frontal boundary. On Tuesday, Canadian air builds in, with high pressure taking control from the central Great Lakes, leading to scattered cloud cover taking hold. Look for mid 60s for lows, high temperatures, lower to mid 70s on Long Island, mid to upper 70s for the rest of the region. Significantly cooler than what we've been dealing with. On Wednesday, high pressure in place, clear skies are expected. Low temperatures in the upper 50s to lower 60s. High temperatures in the lower to mid 70s along the coast and mid to upper 70s in the Delaware River Valley. On Thursday, high pressure in control again, light and variable winds, clear skies, lows in the mid 60s, highs in the mid 70s along the coast, upper 70s to lower 80s in the Delaware River Valley. And on Friday, a cold front will move through the region in the afternoon and evening hours with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Look for lows in the mid to upper 60s, high temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s on Long Island, lower to mid 80s everywhere else. with again those thunderstorms moving through in the evening. That is your forecast discussion for today. Thank you for following NY and JPA weather, and as always, stay safe out there.